Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video on must-try dishes in Vietnam. Now I only went to Vietnam for 1 week, so I'm not an expert. I'm just a foreigner who went there for a holiday for 1 week. So this is just my experience on food I tried in Vietnam. I obviously did a little bit of research before I went to check out which dishes would be the must-try dishes to go and eat in Vietnam. So this is just my experience on my favourite dishes and ones you guys should try while you're there. Also, I have been a little bit sick, so if my voice does sound a little bit croaky and manly sounding, that's why. Please bear with me for the video. Do you like my candle? I've also got my Yankee candle in red velvet cake out, just to add to the whole YouTuber vibe, you know, with my flowers. And I've also got my cup of tea sitting here. First dish is pho. Usually pronounced pho, I think. So usually pho is like a noodle soup, so you get different types of noodles in like a broth. It usually comes with 2 types of meat, so there's pho ga or pho bo, or ba, or however you say it. So the bo or the ba is beef, and ga is chicken. Alongside the meat, it also has a lot of different flavourings and, you know, other things in there like coriander and mint and, you know, the string beans and stuff like that. You can also put like barbecue sauce, spicy sauce, you know, hot sauce, whatever, in there as well, and like extra bits and pieces. The one I had in Vietnam was a food night market in Ho Chi Minh City, and it was literally like around the corner from our hotel. It's just up from the Ben Thang market. There's like a big market in Ho Chi Minh City, and it's literally right next to that as well, which our hotel was around the corner from that as well. It's not inside those big markets, it's a separate street food market. If you see it, you'll know the one, because it's like with big lit up writing, a big title, whatever. The pho that we had was quite a peppery taste to it, so that was really nice, and it was probably one of the best phos that I had there. I think I only had 2 though. Probably one of the best I've ever had, because it's just, yeah, it's just so much better than ones you get here in Australia, obviously, from Vietnamese restaurants. And that one was only 60,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $3.50, yeah. Second dish is banh mi. Banh mi stands for baguette, I think, or bun or whatever, and it typically is just like a long baguette bun with different types of meat or different types of salad. So the general one would just be meat and normal sort of salad, but you can get all different types of banh mi, like different variations. I did actually try quite a few, but the one I have a photo of is a pulled pork with cold slaw. The one I tried was a pulled pork with coleslaw in a bun, and that was also from the Ho Chi Minh street food markets. So the cost of these really depends on what sort of one you're going to get. Obviously, if you're just going to get a general one with some meat and some just regular salad, that one usually costs about $1 to $2 Australian, so that's like about 20 to 30k Vietnamese dong. The pulled pork one I tried was about 60,000 Vietnamese dong, so that's $3.50. Yeah, so something like that in Australia probably costs like $10. If you went to a food market in Australia, probably like $10 or so or even more. Great value for money, and it was delicious. Probably the best pulled pork, one of the best pulled pork buns I've ever had, seriously. So dish number 3 is spring rolls. Now I really sound like a Westerner when I'm like, oh, spring rolls, I want spring rolls. No, but seriously. So there was 3 types of spring rolls that I tried when I was in Vietnam. The first one, and the most common one that we always ordered, it was like a deep fried, it was like a deep fried rice paper roll, and it had different types of meat ingredients inside. I don't actually really know what they're called, like what the proper name was, and I'm pretty sure it's like a rice paper roll and it's been deep fried, because that's what it seemed like. I don't remember the price either, even though we had them all the time, and I seem to have noted down everything else but the price of those. But I assume they wouldn't be very much at all. So those were also really good. Nothing like the pastry type spring rolls you get here. So they were one of my favourites. Obviously you can also get fresh Vietnamese spring rolls. Those usually come in the normal sort of wrapping, and they're like fresh. I don't think, obviously they've just been wrapped, and like you put stuff in them and they just get wrapped up. Like they're not anything, you don't do anything with them, I don't think. I don't know. They were also really good. And the third spring roll were these green spring rolls. They were like probably that small, compared to a normal spring roll about that big. I don't actually know what they were made out of or what they were called, but so just look out for what they look like and order them. I don't think it's seaweed, probably not, or leaves. I And it's just got like these nuts on top, and they're just really, really good. I don't even know what's in them. I think maybe it was seafood, but they have like this really different taste to them, and with the sauce they're really, really good. Those were actually a little bit more expensive than anything that I actually ever ate there. Like they were 100,000 Vietnamese dong, which is about $6. And most things that we bought, which were food, were never that much. Like it was always under 100k, unless it was something. No, I don't even think anything was that much. Maybe drinks, maybe like a cocktail would be over that if you were at like a hotel, if you were at like a higher price place. But otherwise that was actually quite expensive. Well, it was quite a high price for something to eat. Those also were the street night food markets, whatever they're called. If I can find a link for that if I can find a link for that market, I'll link it back down below as well, because we pretty much ate there every single meal when we were in Ho Chi Minh. We just couldn't be bothered going out and looking for restaurants when we had all these different markets right in one building, and all this different food. Obviously you had all the food that I've just mentioned in different stalls. So yeah, but with those green spring rolls, I pretty much just saw a picture of them and I was like, oh, I'll try them because they look different and interesting and I want to see what they're like. So that's what you got to do. You've just got to pick something that looks a bit different and strange, and you might find it's actually really good, just like I did with those spring rolls. So yeah, you've just got to be a little bit more adventurous. And the last dish is bun cha or bun bo. Bun ba? So bun stands for a certain type of noodle, so it's sort of that clear, not clear, like a white vermicelli, however you say it, I don't know, noodle. So bun cha bumbo comes along with the meat, and then you've got a few different little bits of salads, and then you also have this dipping sauce that comes on the side. This one would probably be one of my favourite dishes I had in Vietnam, probably because I hadn't really heard of it before I came. Obviously I will be looking for it now in Vietnamese restaurants in Perth, because it's just a little bit different, like different from what we're used to. Like obviously we have a lot of places that have pho and stuff like that, and that's like a big thing, like really popular. But I haven't really heard of bun cha bumbo. Is it bun bo? Bun bo? Or bun bo? Bo. I don't know. You get my idea. It was just really delicious, and it was just really fresh, like meat and salad and just a little bit of sauce. It was just my favourite. I also didn't note down how much this one was, but it wouldn't be that much at all. Similar price to the pho as well. If you go to like one of in Hanoi, there's lots of like little eateries down the street that the locals have. When we went to one of those places, it's probably a little bit cheaper as well. I feel like the Vietnamese street food over there is really good. You don't have to worry too much. You know, just have a look around and see what their kitchens look like, I guess, because usually you can see their kitchens and where their food's coming from, and just go to the ones that are busy as well. But most of the time you're alright. Obviously if ones look a bit dodgy, then you kind of have that feeling in your gut that it's not quite right and you don't really want to eat from there. Like, you know, just follow your gut. So that concludes my must-try dishes in Vietnam. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you also go to Vietnam and check out these dishes because of my recommendations, because you know, I'm such an expert now. I'm sure there's plenty of other dishes that I didn't try whilst I was in Vietnam, and I'm sure there's heaps more to try. There was a few things that I did actually want to try that I did know about, but I didn't. You know, I was only there for a week. It was really hard to build up the courage and have the time to try everything. I also just apologise if I got any of the names incorrect, and if I got anything incorrect, you know, as I said earlier, I'm not Vietnamese. Just my account of what I learned while I was there and my experience. I would love to go back there and experience so much more of the whole country as well, like the food, and you know, I only went to Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh, so I missed the whole country really. I've only been to the 2 major cities. So please stay tuned for more videos to come on Vietnam. There will be a How Cheap is Vietnam coming soon. Put a comment down below if you have any other suggestions. I have like quite a few ideas about what I'd like to do. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye guys.